and welcome to KYE Talks. I am your host Trupta Kolgod Nadkarni. On this digital platform, we speak to entrepreneurs from various fields who tell us why they didn't want the typical 9 to 5, but they wanted to follow their passion. They wanted to do something very close to their heart. Today's interview has been powered by Yoga Niti, an online yoga platform offering a structured, standardized, and simplified approach in building customized routines. My guest today is Dr. Sandeep Dongre. He is the co-founder and director of the Ashtanga Institute of Yoga and Naturopathy Center based in Mumbai. Dr. Dongre left a plush job abroad to come back and to help people lead a healthy lifestyle. He believes that allopathy is a short-term solution to your health issues and create many effects in the long run, treating symptoms rather than the root cause. He is an international yoga trainer who has traveled to various countries. He has also been a judge for various yoga competitions and has also appeared on various TV shows and written various articles in newspapers. Basically, the list of his achievements is endless. So we're going to find out more from Dr. Dongre. And we also want to tell you, if you want more information about Yoga Niti, please refer to the comments below. And also, at the end of the interview, I'm going to be asking Dr. Dongre some questions about his journey, and he will select which answer is the best, and that viewer will get something very, very interesting. So do stay tuned till the end of the interview. So hello, Dr. Dongre. Welcome to KYE Talk. How are you doing today?
Hello, thank you so much, Trupta, for the nice introduction. I'm doing good. Thank you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. So, Dr. Dongre, please could you tell us about your journey and about naturopathy and everything? We just want to know about Ashtanga.
Sure, certainly. So, I have worked in corporates for 20 plus years, and that includes India and at least 15 countries, including UK, Australia, Canada, and USA. Okay. So I've spent a lot of my time there, worked in multinational companies and mainly information technology kind of work. So that's my background. But then sometime like 10 years back, I had some of my own health challenge, and it was kind of cured, you can say, through yoga. Oh. So that is when, 10 to 12 years back, and that is when I thought like, hey, if this worked for me, why, shouldn't this work for others, or why shouldn't I share this with others? And that is when I decided to get into yoga, and then I started with a small, 1 month course, and then got into teacher training courses. And while I was doing my job, I did masters in yoga, then I did my PhD in yoga, and the journey still continues, right? So the lot of learning as well as a lot of teaching is continuously going on. And then 3 years back, I decided that, hey, this is time that I should leave the job and get into this social cause. Really.
I think that's very wonderful. And I'm sure, a lot of people are benefiting by this because, nowadays you do want to be healthy and stay fit. And if you can do it the yoga way, why not?
Right. And current situation, that is COVID. Yes. Now people know that, hey, something like COVID, the solution is yoga and natural treatments. Like right now, you will see that people avoid going to hospitals. They're staying at home and doing all that, Dadika Batua kind of kitchen remedies they're using, and they're getting cured. So I think this is the perfect time that people have realized the importance of this, yoga and naturopathy, which is so ancient in India, at least 5,000 to 6,000 years old, and naturopathy is as old as humankind, really. So yes. And I have personally lot of experiences. Just to tell you what we do is we do yoga, which is personal yoga, group yoga. We do a lot of corporate yoga. So a lot of corporates are our customers. and then we do naturopathy treatments.
Okay.
Because initially I started with this yoga, and what I realized is that there are certain things along with yoga that you need. For example, diet. Now you will see that lot of ailments, lot of diseases that people today have, they're because of A, bad lifestyle, and B, bad food habits. So naturopathy goes hand in hand. Yoga is part of naturopathy, really. So that is what we have been using to treat various peoples, and we have got amazing results. We have at least 1,600 plus students till now.
Wow.
We have developed at least 75 to 100 yoga teachers and naturopathy teachers as well. So yeah, that's what we've been doing, and that's a great journey.
Great. That is very, very impressive indeed. So can you please elaborate a little more? You said, health issues, that's why you decided to move to yoga. But, what was, besides that, what was your motivation for starting, the Ashtanga Institute?
Right. So, as I said, I have worked with various multinational in, various countries. And when I was there, what I observed is a lot of people have, he's 30, 35, 40, and he has like heart problem. A lot of people have back pain, and a lot of issues like diabetes is a big problem in all the companies, and even that is what I observed there. And it is mainly due to wrong lifestyle and wrong food habits, really. So it's the rat race that people are got into, and they have forgotten real goals of life, really. Like, why are they running? Everybody's running. They don't know where they're running.
Yes.
And then what I could see was there's a vast gap in modern health solutions and the problems that we have at hand. So that is when I thought, hey, why not, provide low-cost health solutions which are like, which are of our country, which are Indian solutions, and then spread them across the globe. So that is one of the points that why I thought of, taking that. And as I mentioned, I myself had some issue which was solved through yoga. And, I wanted to make a difference in the society, to bring a change in the society by raising awareness of people towards health and natural treatments. At the same time, I wanted to help people to improve their health, to achieve their health goals, yoga to be taken to every doorstep and across the globe, basically. And I'm into some higher practices of yoga or spirituality, so I wanted to teach these higher practices as well. One of my goal is to locate and study yogis and different spiritual gurus in Himalayas and also in other spiritual locations. So many objectives, but the key thing is to serve people, to solve their health issues, and spread this knowledge across the globe.
Absolutely. Wonderful. And you decided to come back and make a difference in the lives of people here in your very country. So I think that is amazing. So, what is it about this field, that gives you a sense of immense satisfaction, or, in common terms, a kick, that I know what I'm doing is absolutely correct. And I'm so glad I'm doing this.
Right. So it's very simple. Customer satisfaction, basically.
Yes.
And when they are not only our students, but in naturopathy, we don't even call them patients, but kind of we call them customers. So when they get cured from their chronic or acute ailment, now they're struggling with something for, let's say, 6 months, 8 months, and then they have been taking allopathy, they have been suffering through all the side effects of those medicines. And when they come here and they see that, hey, this is so cool. I mean, I'm all eating natural. I just changed some of my bad food habits, and I'm doing some yogic practices, certain exercises that I have been told. And then, when we see that they're getting cured, like people come to us saying, okay, we have this leg pain for last 6 months, there is swelling in the leg, and into our institute here, for just 8 days, and then the whole swelling gone. So the kind of satisfaction that I get, that is something very amazing. And as I said, we have developed, or we have trained 75 to 100 students ourselves in last 3 years. So this is the 5th batch of our yoga teacher training course going on at the moment. And then when we see that at least some of those students have been practicing their own, they have become good teachers, that also gives a huge satisfaction. And sometimes you get a call, somebody saying, hey, I'm XYZ calling from Delhi, and I have this health issue, and can you help me? And then when you ask, like, somebody has given the reference, and that makes you happy that it's not only people in Mumbai, but people across country reaching us and asking for the health solution. So that gives immense pleasure, immense satisfaction, really. And just to add, this COVID situation, this has worked like blessing in disguise. Exactly 8 months back, somebody with like, hey, let's do online yoga, would have said, hey, it's not a good idea, online yoga. But because of this, now, we have students not only from Maharashtra, we have students from Delhi, we have students from Hyderabad, Gujarat, Calcutta.
Wow.
The old couple is, with us from Calcutta for last 4 months.
Wow.
And, so that's really great. And we have students from Abu Dhabi, Dubai, USA, and many other places. So that's really great.
Okay, so you have these courses that are regularly offered online for everybody?
Yes. So we don't just have like regular classes which happen here in this studio,
okay,
but which are like group classes, personal classes. We also have courses into yoga and naturopathy. We have a lot of affiliations with universities, etc. So we do those courses, and now those courses obviously are online.
Yeah.
But that online has given us, more scope. We can take people from other states and other countries now. And yeah, so yes, to answer your question, yes, we do have a lot of courses as well.
Okay, so definitely for our viewers, please do take a look at the Ashtanga Institute that is located in Mumbai. And
Right.
That's amazing. So, whenever a new journey, you start a new journey, there are bound to be some obstacles or, challenges which you overcome. So, in your journey, what were some of the barriers you broke, or, some of the challenges you faced, or the obstacles you overcame?
Right. So, whenever you want to leave such a plush salary job and get into kind of unknown territory, it is difficult to convince your family. And rather here, it was opposite. My family was quite very supportive, and they cautiously told me to get into this. But what was amazing is that my friends and colleagues were kind of, hey, think what you're doing, and at this age, do you want to do this, and blah blah. So I think it was not a barrier, it was not an obstacle as well, but it was kind of, you can say that mental kind of those bonds, kind of, that binding was there. Should I leave this and then get into something? And again, it's a field of yoga and naturopathy, which is like serving people, So it is not like you're getting to get a lot of money, and it's obviously not going to be equal to your salary. So I knew these things, but then with great support of family, and also who is my current business partner, it was really great. I take this plunge into this field, and it has become really successful. I'm proud and happy that I took a decision 3 years back.
Absolutely, and it's amazing because you're going strong since the last 3 years, and we hope you continue to keep going strong. And if you have a good family support system, I think you can obviously reach great heights. So,
Correct.
right now, what is needed to reach your business goals or, business aspirations, so to speak? What is needed from your side?
Right. So I think it's not only yoga, but if you take any, again, like I think saying yoga as business itself sounds a bit weird, but Ramdev Baba has proved that yoga can be a great business, and he's like top industrialist today. But yeah, so leaving aside that part, I think any business needs some specialization, some niche service areas. So having some niche in these service offerings will certainly help us to achieve our business aspirations. And along with that, what we also need is excellent team, some unique products, unique solutions,
Right.
which have to be simple, but should have greater market reach. And as I said, this online, for example, online trainings have really helped us to reach out pan India across the globe.
Yes. Okay. That's amazing. So, looking at your website, I did see that, your name was in one of the records. So could you tell us what was that for? Because we would like to hear it from you for our viewers.
Right, right. Yeah, I think that's good that you took out that particular point.
Yes.
Now, I have 3 world records, and they are all in pranayama.
Okay.
So 2 are in Kapalbhati. One is like fastest Kapalbhati, and then one is longest Kapalbhati. So it was like continuous Kapalbhati for 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Non-stop. Yes.
Wow.
And then in this COVID situation, I set another record, which was fastest Surya Bhedan Pranayam.
Okay.
Now, I think this is a good platform. Let me clarify like why I do this. See, all records are set with some objective, and my objective is to raise that awareness. When people hear something like this, when they see something like this, then there is that kind of, hey, what is this? How did this guy did this? And then that awareness grows. So it is not like everybody should go and try that, but then that is what makes the impact in the mind, and that attracts people towards yoga. So that's a pure, complete objective behind setting those records, and I will keep on making these records. That also shows that hey, if I can do, you can do as well. You don't do 2.5 hours Kapalbhati, but at least do 2 minutes.
Right.
At least with practice 20 minutes. Obviously, there are some contraindications, who should do, should not. So with the help of a good teacher, anybody can and everybody can do this.
Absolutely.
So those are the records, and that's the objective why I said those.
Right, and heartiest congratulations! Like amazing record that you mentioned.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Said, people at least get motivated. Maybe not 2.5 hours, but start small, like 2 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 20 minutes, and
yes,
for help and guidance, we can get there. So.
Yes, absolutely. Any help, any guidance anybody needs, you are more than welcome. I'm pretty sure Trupta will share numbers, etc.
Definitely.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, we wanted to ask you, how did this venture change you? Like, what were the changes it brought about in you, or this journey? How did it change you?
So, right. So, see, you meet a lot of people when you are in the health sector. You meet a lot of people with health challenges, obviously. And you'll be surprised that we just have a huge IT complex here, just nearby us. So a lot of IT folks come to us, and they're all into their 25 and 30s. And when we hear their challenges, their problems, some of them can't sleep. They have a lot of stress, they have continuous headache, pregnancy-related issues, insomnia that I mentioned. So when I see that, and when I feel like, there's a great value, in the health. people are behind money, but at the same time they are losing their health. And I kind of feel like, oh, I'm really lucky that I have been doing this yoga. I've been doing exercise for last 25 to 30 years continuously, consistently, and that is why I'm kind of so much healthy. Lot of people ask me what's my age, and keep on fighting with me, saying you cannot have a daughter of this particular age. You're kidding and all that. But hey, I mean, you do yoga and you will get fruits yourself. You will look younger, obviously. So, anyways. So talking to different people, understanding their problems, that has changed my perspective to look at the life.
Yes.
And that has built a lot of faith into powerful Almighty. That has also taught me to be humble. You can see that nature treats everyone the same. There is no special treatment, whether you're wealthy, whether you're poor, whether you're thin or fat. Everybody is treated same way by nature.
Yes.
And that's the reason that the latest venture of ours was to get into naturopathy,
right.
And treat people with just natural elements.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's very well said. You follow the path of nature, and nature treats everybody the same, which you said. That was absolutely wonderful and well said. So, lastly, we would like to ask you that, what are some words of wisdom or some advice that you would like to give the budding or upcoming entrepreneurs out there? Because, you took that step, you left your job and you came back because you wanted to follow your passion. But, somebody might have that idea, but doesn't know how to go about it. So please share some advice or some words.
Certainly. So not one point, I am going to say multiple points. First of all, I would say that everybody should follow their passion. Now, that does not mean that they should get into business just because they have passion about something. But even if you are doing some job, follow your passion. If you like photography along parallel to your job, do the photography. But now, since this platform is mainly for entrepreneurs, those who want to get into this, those budding entrepreneurs, I would say take risks.
Yes.
Try to get out of your comfort zone, because I have personally seen a lot of people do not want to get out of the comfort zone. They have to do 100 things, but then when it comes to living something, they cannot do that. So take risks, get out of your comfort zone. There is a TV serial on Harshad Mehta recently that is running, and there's a dialogue in that, risk hai to ishq hai. And really, you have to take risks, otherwise you cannot achieve anything.
Correct.
And when you get into any business or your business, you be prepared to grind in the initial years. Secondly, whatever you preach, you have to practice. I'm into yoga, but if I don't follow yoga, I'm into naturopathy, but I keep on taking allopathic medicines every now and then, that's not going to work.
Yes.
And don't go behind quantity, go behind quality.
Yes. Very true.
So whatever you do, make sure you're giving quality. Set smaller set of goals for yourself and work on those smaller goals. Okay? You can dream big, but to achieve that big dream, set smaller milestones and achieve one by one.
Yes.
So just talking about Harshad Mehta, even he had set certain goals, but just to achieve that goal, the methods that he followed and all that was incorrect. And that is again something I would say, that don't follow incorrect methods. In yoga, it is called as there are 4 purusharthas: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. And that dharma, following right means, right path, is very, very important. Anything done with adharma is not going to work. You're not going to go anywhere. Or if you go somewhere, you're going to fall down immediately. There will be setbacks, but do not give up. Keep working towards your goal, and with very, very positive attitude. Take your mistakes as stepping stone. And the last point I would say, there will be huge competition today in India or even the global market. You get into anything and you will see that there are 1,000 other people already doing this. So don't worry, there will always be competition. You try to do the best in your area. You develop your own niche and keep on serving people, you will automatically get that business.
Correct.
So I think that's the just one last word I would say. And somewhere I read that if someone does the business for 3 years, and if the business still works, then that is going to work. I would rather say here that, in our yoga, Sage Patanjali has said, Satu Dirgha Kala Nairantaryasya Satkara Sevito Druda Bhumihi. Dirghakal, Nirantar, with faith. Satkara Sevito. If you do something, that will form the Druda Bhumi, that will give you great foundation, and then you can build your towers onto that. So
and so well and so beautifully said, and amazing words indeed. And I really like what you said about first things first, step out of your comfort zone and be willing to take risk, and then everything will fall into place. So,
right.
I think that was really wonderfully said, Dr. Dongre. So, based on this journey, would you like to ask our viewers any question or any trivia which they would have to answer, and then you will pick up the best answer? Would you like to just ask them something about what you have said? Any one thing?
Okay. So I think, one question about what I said. I mean, question from whatever I said, or yes. Any question?
Any question, but what we discussed in this interview. So.
Okay. So what are those 2 things in the corporate world that, make people sick, or that gets ailments, that gets diseases into people? There were 2 things that I mentioned.
Okay. So our viewers, listen to those, go back and see the interview and make sure you write your answers, and then Dr. Dongre will select whoever answer he likes the best, and then you all will get something very exciting. So with this, we would really like to thank you, Dr. Dongre, for coming on the KYE digital platform and for speaking to us and sharing your amazing journey. And we wish Ashtanga Institute and your center all the very best. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I would like to thank you, Trupta, as well as KYE, Know Your Entrepreneur organization, for giving this platform. Thank you so much. And thanks, viewers.
Yes. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.